Hello everyone and welcome to the next lecture of mathematics, that is linear algebra and stochastic process. We have started our unit number 1, matrices. In that system of linear equations, homogeneous and non-homogeneous systems we have solved. Now let us turn toward the transformations. Means first we study orthogonal matrix. So let us see the definition of orthogonal matrix. A square matrix A, we required square matrix here. A square matrix A is said to be orthogonal. Square matrix A is said to be orthogonal if and only if A into A transpose is equal to identity, or you may write A transpose into A is equal to identity. Means A into A transpose is equal to identity. Now we know how to take A transpose. Make column as a row and row as a column. You will get A transpose. If A into A transpose is equal to identity matrix, then we get matrix A is orthogonal. And if matrix A is orthogonal, then A inverse is equal to A transpose always. Means if you have to find inverse of a matrix A, and given that matrix A is orthogonal, then A inverse is equal to A transpose for orthogonal matrix. Means we will see in examples we have to find inverse of a orthogonal matrix. In that we will see this concept. Next definition we have to take is linear transformation. A transformation y is equal to ax is called linear transformation from x to y. First see carefully, it is y is equal to ax. It is a transformation from x to y. Means by changing the value of x, I get y. I am writing some equations here. Suppose I write y1 is equal to 3x1 plus 2x2 and y2 is equal to x1 plus x2. Now you can see here, if I put value of x1, x2, then I get values of y1, y2. If I change x1, x2, then there is a change in y1, y2. Understood this? So I can write this system as y1, y2 in matrix notation is equal to, yes, 3, 2, 1, 1 and into x1, x2. Correct? So I get y is equal to ax. So a transformation y is equal to ax is a transformation from x to y. Correct? And we can find inverse also, means y to x transformation is also possible, and that is nothing but our x is equal to a inverse y, where our a inverse is inverse of a matrix, and we know how to find inverse of a matrix, but this method we are not going to use here. We use our row transformation method. Row transformation concept we are going to use. Correct? Okay. Now what is meant by orthogonal transformation? From this y equal to ax concept, I get three definitions. Everything depend on this A. If matrix A is orthogonal, then the transformation y equal to ax is orthogonal transformation. So a transformation y equal to ax is orthogonal if and only if matrix A is orthogonal. Correct? If determinant of matrix A equal to 0 means our matrix is singular matrix. So the transformation is called singular transformation. Understood it? If determinant of A equal to 0, then the transformation is called singular transformation. And if determinant of A is not equal to 0, then the transformation is called regular or non-singular transformation. You may use any word, but it is called regular transformation. Sometimes they may ask the question in your question paper that show that the given transformation is regular. Means just you have to check determinant of that matrix. If determinant of matrix is not equal to 0, then we can say that the transformation is regular transformation. Now, if matrix A is orthogonal, then determinant of A is equal to plus or minus 1. Determinant of A is equal to plus or minus 1. Now there may be a confusion in your mind, why this? We know that if matrix A is orthogonal, then A into A transpose is equal to identity. If I take determinant, then determinant of A into determinant of A transpose is equal to determinant of identity matrix. But determinant of identity matrix is 1 and determinant of A and A transpose are same. So I get here determinant of A square is equal to 1. Therefore determinant of A equal to, if I take a square root, I get plus or minus 1. Understood? Okay. Now, if I collect two transformations, suppose I have y is equal to ax and x is equal to suppose bz, then I can write a transformation from z to y. That is, y is equal to a b into z. Means making the product of two matrices and I get a new transformation. But keep in your mind, all are of same order, then and then it is possible. Okay. So this is the concept of transformation matrix. Now let us solve one example based on this transformation matrix. If I take a example, simple example here, express x1, x2 in terms of z1, z2. The question is express x1, x2 in terms of z1, z2. Means I have to express x1, x2 in terms of, yes, z1 and z2. I just write in matrix notation, right? Okay. Now whatever given, we write here x1 is equal to 3y1 plus 5y2, x2 is equal to minus y1 plus 7y2, y1 is equal to z1 plus 3z2 and y2 is equal to 4z1. These are the transformations given to us. Now write down the first two in matrix notation. We will try to solve it. x1, x2 is equal to, yes, in matrix notation, 3, 5, 3, 5, that is first equation. In the second equation, minus 1, 7 into y1, y2. Correct? And from remaining 2, I can write one more equation. y1, y2 is equal to, I have to rough it, so you just write down with me. y1, y2 is equal to, yes, first one is 1, 3, then 4, and there is no z2, so here 0, second term is not there, z1, z2. Correct? So these are my two equations, 1 and 2. Now what we have to do, we are going to put second equation in equation 1. We are going to substitute, put equation 2 in equation 1. Instead of this y1, y2, at this point, put this value 1340 z1, z2. Okay, understood? Now I have to repeat and again I will repeat from this step. Okay, so take here x1, x2. Then what was my first matrix? You have wrote down it, 3, 5, minus 1, 7. Then my second matrix is, have you remember? 1, 3, 4, 0. And then here z1, z2. Now do your calculation here. As simple as that, just do the calculation. You will get the answer 3 plus 20, that is 23. Then 9. Then here minus 1 plus 28, so it is 27. Last one is minus 3, z1, z2. And now from this, write down the equations. x1 is equal to 23 z1 plus 9 z2. x2 is equal to 27 z1 minus 3 z2. You will get your answer. So in this way, we express x1, x2 in terms of z1, z2. Understood? A simple concept is there for expression of one variable into another variable, means x1, x2 in terms of z1, z2. We stop here and in our next video we will see some more examples.